As Norway moves some of its soldiers out of the Middle East on what it calls security grounds as the US builds up its military presence around Iran. And the BBC identifies the names of thousands of Russian soldiers killed in the war in Ukraine, disproportionately from small towns and villages. He shared official documents with the late financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor has always denied any wrongdoing. He's not responded to.
And guess what?
Here we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Grand Rising. Habaragani.
Bonjour.
Hola. How? What else? That's one. Yeah, that is one. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know. What's good, Q?
It's Friday.
It is Freestyle Friday. It's freestyle. We're going to freestyle it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to let the people know, too, that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. And as such, the views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Is us and only us. It is Freestyle Friday. What's good?
It is. Okay, listen, if you in St. Pete, I would tell you be safe out in them streets. The police be pulling you over left and right.
That's what's happening?
Yeah.
They yoking folks.
They yoking people. So listen.
Yeah.
Be safe out here.
Yeah. In these St. Pete streets, like obey the laws.
Don't be speeding.
Buckle your seatbelt up and all of that good stuff. Like, do all the things that you can do to just make it back home safely to your family. That's the mission.
That is it.
That is the number one mission. Make it home safely. Yeah. It's Freestyle Friday, so y'all give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. What you got planned for this weekend? What you thinking about? What's top of mind for you? What's happening, y'all?
Y'all know it's Friday, so if you know anything about my Friday, it is bowling.
You bowling on Friday?
Every Friday I go bowling.
How did I not know that?
I don't know.
Yeah, every Friday you go bowling.
Every Friday I go bowling.
I ain't been bowling and I can't remember how long.
My clients love listen.
Yeah.
Friday.
You gotta, and then movies on Tuesday still?
I went to the movies on Tuesday this week and I went yesterday.
What you see?
So Tuesday I went to see Send Help. Now I'm gonna tell you, Send Help.
I don't even know what that is.
I just picked it. Good morning I picked it, right? And to be honest, I missed the beginning. So maybe that's why the movie kind of threw me off a little bit.
Okay.
But like I wasn't expecting.
Is it a scary movie or what is it? What is
it's kind it's a thriller too. So
okay.
It's kind of like a Castaway. With like cause they get on the plane.
Oh, I think I did see. I saw the ad. So it's like this the secretary and the boss.
Yeah.
And the boss don't know what to do and the secretary got to save him or something
right,
like that.
But listen, the secretary ended up being
horrible to the boss.
Like I wouldn't want to be left with her.
I mean,
I don't want to tell the movie if somebody gonna go watch it. That's why
I did see the ads for Send Help though.
Right. Yeah, so it actually I was like, okay. And then I went to see The GOAT. The anime series of basketball. It was a GOAT who wanted to play basketball.
Okay, I seen
Gabrielle Union.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that was pretty good. I saw that yesterday.
Okay, that's what's up. Mika, what's good? Rich Rising. Top of the morning to you. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. It's Freestyle Friday.
What you got going on?
Oh man, it's been a very productive week.
Congratulations to the grocery co-op.
Yes. So shout out to everybody for the One Community Grocery Co-op. We got this resolution passed, and so it's a resolution to receive some support for the co-op in our pre-development stages. And so just want to do a round of thank yous to like the leadership, the board. Shout out to Erica Zenzele, Hardison, Uriah, James Scott, man, everybody, member owners, the council members, and the people for supporting it, man. Like we up to like 180 to maybe 190 member owners now.
Whoop, whoop.
And yesterday, we was able to push it through. Again, we celebrated yesterday, but we building today because the work continues. So now it's just like really finalizing what the logistics of everything look like. And our target is to come back in like 8 or 9 months, maybe like in the summer, August, September, to give a report on, what we did, where we are. And so we want to keep our foot on the gas, man. Somebody got to do it. And so thank y'all again for the support of the One Community Grocery Co-op. And then just if I could do a little story time, right? When we talk about how these platforms and how it works, right? And when we talk about engaged citizens and our listeners and how people rock with us. So you may remember, I think probably about September, October last year, we were on and we were talking about the co-op. And then I got a text message from council member Brandy Gabbard. And she said, I have an idea. I heard y'all on the radio talking about the co-op. I have an idea. Fast forward to yesterday. That was what the result of that conversation was.
And all it was a little tweaking.
Yeah.
Like listening to it and saying, hey, it needs to be tweaked so that everybody can understand and we can get it.
Yeah. But but this is how we want these things to work.
Right.
Like a council member said, hey, I have an idea. And then 9 months later, you see the results of that idea. And I gotta give a huge shout out to her for that. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for that. And then also Councilmember Gina Driscoll, she's been a supporter since day one. Like we got some early pictures of her supporting in ways that she can contribute and do things with the One Community Grocery Co-op. And then other council members as well have, kind of supported it in theory and in concept, but those two have really been hands-on. Like we're trying to make things happen.
Right, from day one.
Yeah. Because, you got people, oh, yeah, I support it. And then you have to like kind of remind them and bring them stuff and all of that, which is cool.
Right.
But
and
then you got others that's like, I support it.
And they're like, taking the initiative.
Here's what I want to do. Let me put this in. Let me work this. Let me call this person. Like you got that kind of support. And
they really see the vision and let me help you get this moving other than.
That's good what y'all doing. Good job. Call me if you need anything. Like we appreciate that support too. But again, those two really have been instrumental in helping us move this thing forward. So thank y'all. I appreciate the support. And it's community owned. That's the other piece of it too. One of the things that they were saying, well, why y'all ain't been come to the city? Because like we wasn't really looking for nothing from the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we really want to do something for ourselves. And this is a self-determined initiative. But then, when the opportunity, again, the idea that was presented was like, hey, I got this idea. It was like, okay, we'll move forward. But we didn't start this, looking to go begging nobody to do anything for us. We said that we would beg our people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Let's put our money together. Let's put our resources together. Let's use the intelligence that we have. Let's use the resources that we have to stop waiting on somebody to come and give us bread when we know how to go get it.
We know how to go get it. Corey is a member.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why
he was absent.
Yeah, that's why he was absent.
So, thank you for that. I appreciate that because what happens is that was another one of the conversations going early on. We'll talk about the way the system works. And so very early on, Gina Driscoll and Brandy Gabbard, they intentionally chose not to become members because they said if there was ever a vote that came up, I probably wouldn't be able to vote on it because now there's this appearance of a conflict of interest. Well, Corey Gibbons Jr., I think he joined before he was on council, I think. And with him being a member owner, it's not that it is a conflict because there's no monetary benefit or anything like that, but it just looked like it might be a conflict. And so to avoid the appearance of a conflict, him being a member owner, he decided to recuse himself from the vote so that you don't do good, but it looked wrong.
Right.
So, he supported, but he just couldn't vote because he's an actual member of the co-op. So yeah, thank you. You can go to ocgc.coop, and if you want to contribute, Mika, I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Become a member because it's still 300 founding members.
Yeah, and then after that, we still going. Like we're gonna continue to go, but 300 is like our significant number. Yeah. Y'all know the number 300. Y'all done seen the movies about what you can do with 300. And the best case practices. So we're working with this group, so national group called FCI. I forget what FCI stand for. But they've opened like several co-ops across the country, and they have a framework and a best practices model. And we're using that model. And one of the things that we talk about is how the way that most co-ops are sustained is they have a solid base of membership.
Yeah.
Because, people been saying, I just, 300, how much that costs? I'll just give y'all the members. Well, that's the thing. Like, you can't give us a co-op.
Yeah.
We have to build it ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's another one of these models. They give it to you, and then the people are not really invested in it. And so you
want people that's really invested.
That's right.
Who want to be here. And this is not just.
Yeah, it's not charity.
Right. Hey, caller, introduce yourself.
Grand Rising.
Is that Coach D?
That's Coach D.
Yes, it is. So, Freestyle Friday, but on topic, I want to tell you that I was on another social media that I'm on, speaking with a Sankofa group about what you guys do with the co-op.
Yes.
And they want to duplicate what you guys do in Jacksonville.
Okay.
So, so I will be reaching out.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Let's do it.
Second thing, I will be going to Tampa General today for the weekend, and they're doing a study on what's going on with me neurologically. So I want to thank the Breakfast Club for all of the support you guys have given me. Qiana for giving me a ride home when I needed it. And the third thing is, we talk about relationships with people in Africa. The Empowerment Summit Tampa Bay, which Jabbar from St. Pete was going to be a part of, has been rescheduled and or canceled. So if you see that beautiful flyer, which a gentleman from the Gulf Coast of Africa made for us,
No, I saw it. I saw the notice, and I was wondering, what was going on. But I did see that you said that you were going to be postponing it or either canceling it because of your health.
So we send out prayers and good vibes.
Yes, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always get that. And Brother John, I will be. I don't know about the food at Tampa General. I don't quite remember. So Ramadan might be right on time for me. Anyway,
I hear that.
So you guys have an amazing weekend. Make some memories. I will be going to the hospital. Yeah, that's the song I've been singing. To keep myself in good spirits.
Look, that's just
and
temporary.
If you look up the word hospital, the root of it is hospitality. And it used to be a place where people did go for hospitality and possible medical treatment when they were traveling.
Wow.
So there you go.
All right. Appreciate
Have
that.
a great
Thank
day.
you so much. Thank you for chiming in always. Coach D, so you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams WUJM, and it's Freestyle Friday. So if you got something on your mind, give us a call. We was just celebrating, taking a little bit of a victory lap around this one community grocery co-op.
And so we're going to do a victory lap for our sister who just called, and we just already claim it.
Oh yeah, come on. We like you said, she's just going for the weekend.
Yeah, just for the weekend.
Just for the weekend, and then after the weekend, she'll be right back. Monday, we can do some motivational Monday, and you put a good word in there for us. Let us know how everything went.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we had a good meeting on Tuesday, the Charles Park Neighborhood Association monthly meeting. We had some elections, and so they felt that I was worthy for another term.
Okay, woo-hoo.
And I'm really working this year to try and get this baton out my hand. but I'm not reluctant, but I am ready.
Okay.
But we got a good team, so shout out to everybody. We also want to give a shout out to JJ, Jamie Solomon. He stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be our secretary. So y'all probably know Jay from.
He came in.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Young Boston Academy.
Yeah.
He came in. And so he grew up in the neighborhood, got involved, got engaged, and we had an open spot, and he was like, "Yo, I'll do that."
Mm-hmm.
And so went through the process, and he was elected. So we got a new board, and a lot of good things happening, man. We had a great meeting, putting in some structure, And then on the 24th, we're doing we're continuing our quality of life initiative around the Childs Park Neighborhood Association as a part of this Neighborhood Strong training series that's being done by CDAT. And shout out to CDAT. But CDAT, really putting in the work, man, and helping us to get the training, the organizing that we need, and we're going to put it to the test.
Yeah.
Call us Freestyle Friday. What's on your mind?
Good day, everybody. This is Debbie Yachi, I am calling in. Yes, I want to say congratulations to the Food Co-op, the film show last night at the Black Art and Film Festival under documentaries.
I love it.
And I just want to say that, they got a great reception, and congratulations on the grant that they got. We're loving that. Also calling to just let everybody know to support the Black Art and Film Festival. We're doing some really great things. We had our art opening on Wednesday night where we honored James Kitchen Freeman as with the Nick Davis Artist of the Year Award, which is really great.
Go free.
Yes. And he's doing some great things, and his art is on display along with 10 other artists. And so if you get an opportunity to come out and check that out, and just go out to the Black Art and Film Festival website and check out the schedule. And thank y'all so much for being great supporters in the community and everything you do. And congratulations, Brother John.
Thank
for
you.
Another term that just means that God's gift is spreading wide and beautifully. So keep up the good work.
I appreciate
Know
that.
that you are appreciated.
Oh,
yes. Know that we see you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Said the avatar, right? All right, thank you so much, Miss Debbie. I appreciate that.
Y'all have a great day. Oh, one other thing, because of the sound bowl healing and neurographics, anybody who wants to clear their mind and heal their heart and heal their brain, we are doing it again at the Salvador Dali Museum. They took us up. And also at the
You gotta tell me when, because that was was life changing.
Yeah.
I'll send in the schedule. I'll text that information to you. Yeah, so we're doing great things in the community. Yes, Melinda Ellis is our sound bowl specialist and our sound bowl healer, and we're proud about what she's bringing back into the community as well.
That's
so
awesome.
More to come.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for all that you're doing in service to our community. Amazing. And so, the Black Art and Film Festival, I did have that queued up here. So you have, it kicked off Wednesday, as Miss Debbie said. Last night was documentary night, spotlight night, short films and live talk. And then today, Friday, is the industry day with filmmaker tours. They're touring, it says the Deuces Corridor Experience. And there's also a big networking mixer that's going to be at the Black Leaf Lounge. And then tomorrow, there's features of students and indie shorts at Eckerd College, plus a special screening of a band called Death with the Q&A and a concert. And then Sunday is actually wrapping it all up with narrative and documentary features at Eckerd, followed by the official Black Art and Film Festival award ceremony and closeout. So again, if you love film, culture, local creatives, and powerful storytelling, this is absolutely for you. And as Miss Debbie said, the full schedule and film details, as well as tickets, can be found on the official Black Art and Film Festival website for more information. Shun.
You know what? Free.
What they doing on YouTube?
No, I'm saying like I don't know if you know how like you put the extra. They can't see us. The announcers.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what it was off notes, and that's why I
didn't see it.
That's okay. You can't. Okay. I can. That's why.
Okay. No, I got you. So on the break, we're gonna adjust that for the YouTube.
That's all I was.
Yeah.
So back to Freeman. Freeman he tattooed me.
Okay.
Yeah, he did my lovebirds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Local artists.
Brainstorm does most. Like I have three tattoo artists. One when I was 16.
Okay.
And I got my first tattoo. Other than that, Brain did all of them, and then Freeman.
You got more in your future?
Possibly.
Okay. I think I might be done. I might have one more in me, but that's kind of.
Do you have any?
I got a couple. Yeah. My wife started this thing where we was going to get them on our anniversary.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then I kind of bucked the tradition low key.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh wow!
I got, and to be honest, I got more than most people. Oh, Brain say no, I don't.
I think Brain does my daughter. My daughter got like a whole, what they call it when they do your whole arm.
Brain owed my mama a tattoo, right? My mama want a sleeve.
Okay. I think that's what it is. My daughter got one of those. I think she got a sleeve, is what they call it. Yeah. And I think Brain did like a lot of it. So shout out to Brain, Urban Inc., and then the Culture Creators.
Oh, they like doing that thing, yes, and I feel so bad, like, cause I'm like, my heart is over there, and I've been so busy, but I'm so proud of like all the stuff that they are doing. You can even stop by because he he should be driving on this side of town anyway.
Okay, yeah, come by, man. Let us know. Give us a call. Let us know what's happening over there at Culture Creative. Because the
poetry night is selling out, and
I'm like, how did I not know about that? We
you should go
some date night.
No, I'm telling you, this would be. But what he's doing at his location, just bringing us together and letting you be aware of just the different art forms. Like, it's not just about, tattooing over there. It's can go with it is. You can go get photography, you can paint, like
vendor markets.
Like, he's really he's doing his part. Pulling us together and letting the creatives have a space to create.
I love it. So thank you for what you're doing, man. Because it's definitely needed, and it's valued, and it's appreciated.
And I always I'll tell this story now, and I'm going off of Brain. Brain did my first flyer ever.
Okay.
When I was in middle school.
Okay.
I had a house party.
All right.
I went to Brain and I was like, I need a flyer. I wish I could fly. And so the guy had 3 fingers and he was scratching.
That was it. Yeah.
Right. But it was so dope.
No, the house party flyers, like, you had to be on point. Like, that was one of our secrets. We had Eugene McGirt used to make our flyers. Shout out to Gert. And that's what set them new style parties apart, because we had Gert.
And this is when I knew that was like part of my thing. I knew I could do this.
Okay.
It's back in middle school when Brain did my flyer and everybody came to that, and it was in the back. It was in our back room of my grandma's house, and the football team.
That's usually how it happens. I remember I had one in the den at our house, and right when we was getting ready to turn up, my daddy shut it down. Boy, he was like, "No, y'all ain't finna
Brain the genius."
Yeah, Brain the genius. That's what time it is. So what happened to house parties, y'all? Let us know.
People don't know how to act.
Okay.
I think that's really what happened. But I don't think our kids really, because we don't really, there was a different kind of trust that you had then.
Okay, in order to bring somebody into your house to party, I hear that.
Yeah, so let's say 6 years ago, I had a house party.
Okay.
I had an old school pajama jam birthday party. Come out with your pajamas. Like, we had so much. I might run it back. Yeah. We had so much fun.
No, Miko, Pops, he didn't say no. He said yes at first. And then when he saw what we had going on, he was like, "No, not tonight." That was when I turned 15 too. I was mad with Pops for about 3 weeks after that.
Ooh, because if you couldn't go to a house party, and everybody was up, I tore my whole room one time.
We promoted it. It was like, and it was just getting started. You know, when it really just be getting good. Ooh. And
he cut on the lights.
He cut on the lights. He basically cut on the lights. He did everything but cut on the lights, but he was like, "Nah, y'all got the man. Y'all doing way too much in here."
Now, I remember one party I had at Coquina and Key in the clubhouse. It was so many people that from 4th Street or where it switched to 6th Street, all the way out there, going across the bridge. It was a line of cars, get in there. Yeah. I got in so much trouble. My daddy said, why can't you just have a regular party?
But that's like kind of part of the fun.
Yes. You want to be legendary out here in these streets.
We had some legendary. We was young and having lots of fun.
They talking about hunches.
Oh my God. Would you we call that dancing back then.
Yeah.
Would you have a house party today? Put it in the chat.
I would.
Would you do a house party, and how would you spread the word about your house party?
I'll do it the same old way.
Yeah, do it. All right, so we do have a would you rather. We got time. Let's see if we got
a couple of minutes.
So we're gonna do a would you rather, and our would you rather segment is brought to you by Jerish Martin LLC. So whether you're looking for high quality entertainment curation or top tier event stage management, look no further than Jerish Martin. Jerish Martin offers professional entertainment consulting and artist coordination, as well as event management services to bring your next event to life, ensuring a seamless, exciting experience for your audience. Let's talk about would you rather. Would you rather be the parent who always had the right answers or the one who taught how to ask the right questions?
The one who taught how to ask the right questions.
Okay.
Because nobody has all the right answers.
Okay.
Right. And then, I already said one of my fears is that when I'm gone, like my daughter, if she might need something from me and I hadn't given her the tools to get it, or I couldn't give her the answer. But if I taught her how to ask the right questions, I've given her what she needed.
Yeah.
Because if she's always coming to me to get the right answer, then when I'm gone, who's going to give it to her?
Yeah. True.
So I want to be able to give her the tools to be able to find it, even if she's asking me the questions.
So the right answer is, hey, what question should you be asking?
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm with you on that. I definitely agree that asking the right questions is a valuable skill and being able to do that. And also being able to get your question answered.
Right.
Because a lot of times I'm finding most people don't really answer questions.
No, they don't.
There's a lot of responses, but not a lot lot of answers.
And you're good at that. Yeah. And I'm glad that you bring it in, because people start explaining and just saying, no, I don't have it.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of times. Yeah, just an acknowledgement and answer the question is really a skill that you have to develop.
I have a piece of the answer, but not the whole, but it's just saying.
No, that's actually some communication training that I did that kind of helped me with that. A lot of the getting your question answered was done through training. You know what I'm saying? There's other pieces of communication, but one of the things in communication is being able to get your question answered, even when people have what they call originations. And an origination is when you go off and you start doing everything but answering the question. So if I say, Qiana, do fish swim? And you say, well, I seen some fish the other day and they was in the water and,
Do fish swim?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get your question answered. You know what I'm saying? And then we can double click if we need to move forward. But that's a skill that I'm finding that a lot of people haven't really developed, or we're just not mindful of it when we do it. And so,
no, and I think we like to give extra. We're extra people.
I think a lot of it too is you're trying to answer the part of the question that's between the lines.
Yeah. Instead
of just answering the question, and then we can work through, you know, what's next, what comes after that. But you want to try and answer the whole picture before, like I ain't ask you for the whole picture. I just ask you, do fish swim? Yeah. Right.
When people try to, if somebody call and ask me for something, I don't need your backstory.
Okay.
Only not at the beginning. Just ask me, and then if I ask you for the backstory, but
we can get into that. Yeah.
I'm not one of the people out that want to be sold. Either I'm gonna do or I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to take a break.
So y'all, let's put it in the chat. Let us know, and then remember it's Freestyle Friday. And then after the break, we're going to be talking about the mayor's State of the City address. And I got some cliff notes from his address, and I want to ask y'all what you think about the mayor's State of the City. And so we're going to walk through that when we come back. So we'll see y'all about 6 or 7 minutes after the hour right here on 99 Jams.
The Bird.
projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just a rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together. Under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand together.
all together as one.
As one people.
United we must
United,
stand
we shall rise.
fighting for
You fight for me
till our race is
till we
done.
see God.
United we must
United,
stand
we will rise.
together.
Clap with me.
Under
Clap.
God, we
Clap.
are
Yes,
one.
sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
GB on the
Every
track,
day,
man, and I
fight
mean
for
this is from the
peace,
heart.
not destroying
Back and
our
forth to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto is wishing. My dreams was in my hand, man, instead of so distant. Violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Guess they think I'm rich and young, like Young and the Restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV. Cause the struggling and suffering is all I see. Besides muscling and hustling at war with heat, I point the finger at the devil, boy, for taking my peace. Cause the only way to live is to take to the streets. But they rate me as a villain for the killing and dealing. For what? My last resort to make me a living. I don't give a damn, tell them so what? I'm gonna survive even if they threaten me with life. The arms of poverty held tight, making life a fight. But in the sky, we got to unite. Keep your head in the sky.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together. Under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dream. We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together.
thought. Now go.
Try it now. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new
gangsta.
baby.
And if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. And we want to let you know that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, or sponsors. Thank y'all for tuning in. Charlie Funk, it's your birthday. Charlie Funk, it's your birthday. Wednesday.
Oh,
You got Super Dave. Oh, okay. He reaching out to Super Dave. Super Dave. You got an inquiry. Check the inbox. We probably can get that over, Charlie Funk. Maybe we can connect the dots. But yeah, Super Dave do his thing. Thizzle. Happy early birthday. Appreciate you for all that you do.
Mm-hmm.
I see you don't migrated to Facebook. What happened to your YouTube?
Oh, he go back and forth. He go back and forth. Back and forth.
No, I appreciate that. So before the break, we was asking, would you rather be the parents who has the all of the right answers, or who teaches your children how to ask the right questions? And I went with the questions, and so did Q. So
most of our callers,
and most everybody said they wanted to go with the teach them how to ask the right questions, because so there are some. I would rather have a question. I posted this too. I would rather have a question that can get answered than an answer that can't be questioned.
I would too.
Yeah,
because I hate
yeah. A question that can't be answered, just have I don't know.
But you know what's
answer that you can't question.
But sometimes
that's the problem.
But so here we go. There's some questions that shouldn't be there's some answers. Wait, there's some stuff that you shouldn't question at sometimes at a certain time.
Oh,
so if I'm telling
I think everything is subject.
I think it is to a degree, but if I'm telling you get in the car and I see something, it's not the time to question me why I'm saying get in the car.
Situational awareness is a real thing.
Right.
Trust is another part.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and so because once you give the green light to question, we about to die.
Yeah.
And you,
but you context matters.
Yeah,
right?
but that's what come in my mind.
I'm saying during the course of a conversation, anything is subject. But if there's a emergency situation, of course. Yeah.
But some people don't recognize it, right?
Get in the car. What do you mean get in the car?
I'm not getting in the car. Who you think you?
Right.
And not
bam, bam. Yeah, you should have gotten in the car.
Right.
Right.
But now we done gave that green light. It's
question
always
everything.
Yeah.
I hear that. Yeah, question with their reason. But I think allowing your children to question you is another one of the things that we need to unlearn, because remember you couldn't question grown folks. You ain't ask grown folks why they did something or what they was doing. I think that's one of these things that we can unlearn.
We can, but we just have to learn how to do it in a respectful way.
It's always a way to do anything.
Right. And I think we opened up that can and didn't put the boundaries there.
Okay.
Right. And
under that, I'm not going to do my children how my parents did me headline. Because we made a lot of mistakes, I think. And we qualified it by saying that.
Right.
I'm not going to do my children how my parents did me.
Why?
But then what your parents was doing was actually helpful to you, but you just ain't understand it at the time.
And they say don't question God. Miko put that in.
How you not question God? I ask God everything.
Right?
How he's the all knowing, but you can't ask him nothing.
Isn't that?
That's something I had to unlearn. He's the all knowing, the all seeing.
I guess when somebody passed away, they say don't question
him nothing.
But you know what they say? Don't question. God knows best.
Yeah, that's why I want to know from God.
Yeah, why?
Because I'm asking you, and you don't know as well as he do. So why not ask him? It's kind of my thing. Yeah. But they do. That's what they say all the time, though. You're right. And again, I had to unlearn that. You pick your, place in that position. But my position was, man, I'm asking him everything because I want to know from the best knower, the all wise. All right. So just also some FYI. So the Community Benefits Advisory Council, they're accepting applications. This is kind of maybe getting into some story time a little bit, but the Community Benefits Advisory Council was a part of an ordinance that was approved in 2021, and then it was updated in 2023, and that was a part of the New Deal for St. Pete. Y'all remember the New Deal for St. Pete? Put it in the chat. But yes, I remember the New Deal for St. Pete.
I'll just say it on the radio. Yes.
Yes. And so the New Deal for St. Pete was a community-led agenda that we formed and organized in 2017, had multiple points of progress that we wanted to see. One of the things that we were advocating for was the establishment of a community benefits agreement ordinance. That ordinance basically requires that if the city is participating in any development deal over a certain amount, so I think it was like 20% of the total construction cost or $10 million in public assistance, then what would happen is the community would have to get benefits of that. And then the developer would have to meet with the community to discuss what those benefits are. And so we advocated for that. It was passed in 2021. And then it was updated in 2023. And now the council that was formed, because another part of what we advocated for was having a council of residents who would be able to, go back and forth and negotiate these benefits. They're accepting applications. And so some of the required benefits that you can negotiate often include like affordable housing. So projects may require that a certain percentage of the housing be under a certain AMI. Workforce development was another one of the things that was real big that we were talking about at the time. Local hiring requirements, utilizing registered apprentice programs, small business inclusion. Another thing that we advocated for was targets around participation for small businesses and women and minority-owned businesses, and then sustainability. And so those was some of the things. And then the way that the process works is that the developer has to submit a community benefit impact report. And then they have to hold public meetings in the areas that will be affected. And so if that project was going to happen in Campbell Park, then the neighborhoods around Campbell Park, the developer has to meet with them by this ordinance and talk about what the community benefits should be. And that council is being opened up now for people to apply. I can tell y'all more about it at another time, but that's another one of them things that, we did as private citizens that have a public impact. And now they're using it. And from what I'm hearing is they're actually trying to make some changes to the policy to try and water it down. And one of the changes that I heard them proposing is that they don't want to require the developer to do the community benefit impact report, because the impact report will say, like, based upon what we're proposing, here's what the impact of that's going to be on your community. So whether you're going to be blocking streets, whether you're going to, change lanes, whether you're going to be moving people out. Like, we wanted the developers to say and really think about what's the impact of this, positive and negative, on the community. And then that report becomes the basis of what you organize around.
You know why? They hate for us to get up there and like picket, boycott, talk about. So if you don't have the information, it's hard for people to rebuttal it, right?
That's why we made it a part of the ordinance.
And why would you?
Before you assemble this council, you have to have a baseline that you're negotiating from, and the developer would be responsible for creating that baseline.
And I think it should be, because
that's the way it is now, but they're trying to change it.
Don't change it, please don't. But this also lets me know, like, how you don't have like your community like interest, like you don't have the best interest for the community, because that don't hurt the community. What you're doing, that somebody can come in there. Do you remember how bad it flood here now?
Yeah.
Like,
that could be something that will be examined in your impact report.
And because of all the stuff that's going up, we have nowhere for this water to go.
Yep.
There's no more grass. There's no more dirt to soak up the water. All you have is concrete, and it's just going in, and now it's flooding our streets.
Yeah.
And so, yes, they need to be responsible and letting us know what are the pros and cons. And the fact that you think that that's okay, that somebody can come in here and do something. Now they done build something. They know that it's possible for a sinkhole to come.
Yeah.
And now they don't have to report it. They don't have to let us know. And then your neighbor outside, their children outside swinging on their swing set, and now they gone down in a sinkhole because you wanted to give them a pass.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
So that's what it is, and it's an opportunity.
And that may be the extreme.
Yeah, that is a little extreme, but
I wanted to paint it
loud and clear. And one of the things that, again, what the required contents of this report include It's like an overview of the project. So you have to describe what it is that you're developing, what the construction cost will be. And then also we would see how much the city is participating, because the city, it's our money. We are the city. And so you would do a breakdown of that. And then also the developer would have proposed benefits. And so they would break down like what are the specific benefits that the developer is intending to provide to meet the ordinance requirement. And then again, as the council, the Community Benefits Advisory Council, that will be your starting point for your negotiations, where you can say, okay, well, we need more housing, or, green space has been a thing, sustainability, whether you need more park improvements, like you can negotiate the scope of the benefits. But again, this was something that I just got to say thank you to the people. Shout out to Mr. Edmond. I see you in the chat, my brother. And like we did that. Like that's something that we can really say we put in place. And it's funny because I wish you was here so we could tell this story right, because it was just an amazing experience. The Community Benefits Agreement ordinance, Carla. That's what we're talking about. And they're trying to make some changes to it. They're actually trying to get rid of the requirement for the developer to provide the community benefit impact report, which is the document that you would use as the base of your negotiations. I think they like it when people come in there and don't really know what they're talking about and don't know what their proposal really is. Haven't had an opportunity to look at a contract, and then they can just say, oh, well, this is going to be great for the community. What y'all think? And then they show you some slides and some presentations, and you look at those slides and say, yeah, that looked good. And then now they got your vote, and they can say that the community did it. We knew better then. We saw that with the trop. And so now, like, it's starting to play itself out.
So here we go. This is what we know. And we're going to give you game, hint, hint. They show you the presentation of what's the possibility.
Yes.
But then in the work, it says what they are going to do.
Yeah, in the contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I meant. And what you look at, typically, they don't align.
Yeah.
These are promises, and they say wishing, and this could happen.
Oh, yeah.
But in the paperwork or the contract,
that's what's going to happen.
This is what they are obligated to do. And if I can do more, I will.
Yeah.
But give us good faith.
Yeah.
Have good faith that we're going to treat you right.
Yeah.
But
I never treated you right before.
And in the contract, it says, I don't have to.
Yeah.
But trust me.
Yeah, I will.
But trust me.
But did you see? Put it in writing.
But did you see I showed you in the picture.
Yeah, this is what we could do.
Yeah,
contracts say we ain't really got to do it though.
But I listen. I showed
do it, but I just ain't want to put it in writing because I may not.
But I did put it in pictures for you.
Yeah, and I got the green light from it. That's how when you think about when they were talking about the Tropicana Field development, the last one. With Heinz Rays, you kept hearing them say $50 million in intentional equity as a community benefit. Well, that was something that was a result of those conversations with the Community Benefit Advisory Council. And at that time, one of the things when they would always talk about the 50 million in intentional equity, they would leave out the part where they said it was over 30 years. And so you think, oh yeah, we finna get $50 million, but that was like a 30-year drawdown on that. And there was so many conditions attached to it.
And then
never would have materialized that.
And by the time you get $50 million in 30 years, the interest rate,
50 million today ain't 50 million in 30 years.
No, it's not. It's a penny.
But the opportunity is here, though. Again, we created the space by God's grace and your support as the community. So this is our council. Like, this wasn't something that the city said, hey, we got this idea. The community really organized to present this. We advocated for it, and it was approved again in 2021 and then updated in 2023, applied to a couple of deals locally, and they're taking applications. And so I can share another link for you all. But if you go to the city's website, you can Google the Community Benefits Advisory Council and apply. We need as many people as we can to apply to be on that council so that we can provide some oversight for what's coming up and coming down the pike. So, so if you're just tuning in, you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. It's Freestyle Friday, and we talking thing. Did you see the State of the City?
Not really.
Okay.
I started watching it, but I was busy. Go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead. So we did, for those who have a watch party, and I see we got a caller coming in. That's perfect timing because I want to set this up so that y'all can know what we're talking about.
Caller, introduce yourself.
Hey, what up, Q, man? This is Brother Reno Moore in the building. Peace and light, Brother John.
Peace. What's good, big brother?
Reno.
Man, it sounds like a classic example of what your brother Reno Moore called. They just like to put the 2 on a 10.
Yes, sir.
Right. They like, hey, community. They love this position when they promise us for 2 years what they gonna do, and 10 years later you find yourself in the same predicament with these folks. And I say it again. As long as we have the majority of the people who have never had a fight in middle school representing us in a fight for things politically in our community, well, we ain't got fighters representing us then. And then with that being said, the posture continues to maintain itself, which is we're gonna promise you guys for 2 years straight what we're gonna do. That the collective bargaining agreement, we're gonna make sure that 30% of the building is economically affordable housing for 5 years.
Yeah.
So even taking this away, right? Oh, now they're taking it away. Just gonna put in the picture and they're just gonna promise it to you. Yeah, but after 5 years, that was the old way. The old people who fought for y'all got it done. When we put the real fighters in there, y'all, we can get stuff done for our community by us. Holla back. I ain't complaining about what people do.
I love it.
And that's a good analogy. If you ain't never had no fight.
Yeah, then you probably ain't the one I want in there fighting.
Right. I done had some fights too.
Yeah. You never had a fight.
That's a good analogy.
I ain't gonna pull the string too much on that one.
But it is so true. Because like if you ain't never had to fight for, because you know it's scary when you're going in there to fight for something, not only physically but mentally, and then when you're going in there, because it takes a confidence that you have to have.
And here's the thing, I'm glad you said that word, because confidence is rooted in preparation.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've never prepared yourself or had to get ready for a fight and actually do the thing, then when it's time to do it, you're not going to be confident. And that's how they steamroll over you.
And then you fold because you feel like, you know, I ain't gonna win, so you accept anything.
And then I'll tell you this, because I did 2 years, 2 months and 13 days on council, and I can't say that I was prepared for everything, but I can tell you this: when you're not prepared, that's when your default setting, you know, that thing you fall back on, is your values, and what you stand for. Because it's like, I don't know too much about this. I can see that side, and that's when the line in the middle is like, okay, well, what's your values? What's your integrity? What do you stand on? And you have to have that going in too, because I'm telling you, they can make anything sound good. Yeah. And I've seen them like where it had me like, oh, that might be good, and then I had to like snap out of it, be like, hell no, like wait a minute. But you got to have those core values, and then also
don't eat the fruit
for real. And then not only having the core values, but then having the, how can I say, the testicular fortitude to just say, no, I ain't with it. I'm not doing that. Even though I hear your side and it sounds good and all of that, but my values won't allow me to align and go along with that. And so it is a lot to go into it. And it does start in middle school because that's when you start shaping your identity and deciding who you're going to be for real. And so, yeah, definitely thank you for that. Appreciate it. It's Freestyle Friday, and we're going to talk about the state of the city right now. So the state of the city address was happening. It actually happened on Wednesday, and Mayor Welch said that the state of the city is strong. This was the theme. It was strong, resilient, and focused on continued progress. He delivered his remarks on Wednesday. I think they were at the Palladium. And so the overall theme, the mayor framed 2025 as a year of recovery because, you know, he's doing the state of the city based upon last year. So he was saying 2025 was a year of recovery following Hurricanes Milton and Helene, but emphasized that St. Pete is not just rebuilding, it's investing intentionally in long-term resilience and equitable growth. Some of the central pieces that he talked about, well, he actually framed his address around his 5 pillars. And so the 5 pillars that he has listed as pillars for progress are housing opportunities for all, neighborhood health and safety, environment, infrastructure and resilience, equitable development, the arts and business opportunities, and then education and youth opportunities. And so that's like the framework that he was using to kind of walk us through what he said. And one of the things that he highlighted was that there's been 434 affordable/workforce multi-units were completed, 122 ADUs, that's accessory dwelling units, and The Sunrise St. Pete was a $160 million fund for disaster recovery. And so basically, I know these numbers probably don't mean anything to anybody, but you can find this report on the website as well. But the mayor is doubling down on his housing production, saying that production will help with affordability. And we want to know what you think, y'all. Is this pace enough? Do you think they're building enough? And who is benefiting the most from this development?
This is what I'm going to say, and this is what I see. I like the idea. Right. I like it. I will tell you that if you haven't already did it, I think you need to sit down and see the people in the department and what is their percentage of actually completing and getting this stuff done in their certain areas.
Okay.
And are they meeting the mark? Right. Because people are over departments, and I could say like there's some, and I'm not really seeing nothing being done with it. Right.
Yeah.
And so do you have the right people at the job to complete what your vision is? And
that's important,
right? This is important because if you have somebody that's out there that's supposed to be over the community and executing and making sure there's programs and things that's bringing the youth together. I don't want one big program that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And we have 365 days of the year.
Yeah.
And there's other times that you can actually execute and make plans and do activities.
Yeah.
That can really benefit the community. I don't want the shiny object. I want the things that's really getting done. So I do think you need to sit down and evaluate
your team.
And make sure that they are executing. That would be
deal.
Yeah.
And then as it relates to this housing piece, one of the things that has been apparent, you can't build your way out of an affordability crisis, right? Because they say, okay, well, the reason that housing is not affordable is because we don't have enough affordable housing. The other side of that is, why can't people afford it?
Because they don't have jobs.
Come on, man.
They don't have
the jobs that they have are not paying them enough to be able to pay these prices.
St. Pete is expensive.
Yeah.
St. Pete is expensive, and expensive for no darn reason.
There's a reason.
Yeah, we are. But what happened is people done came, but we have so many empty spots because people can't afford it.
Yeah. And the people who can afford it are people who coming from other places. And we got the data that can show you that as well. But that's one of the things too. So as they focus on building, because that's one of the strategies that have been used, and that's what this state of the city was highlighting, is highlighting all of the building that's been done. But we want to start to balance that with like what type of workforce opportunities are being created so that people can actually afford this housing that's being built. Also, the number that they're using, the 80% AMI, when they started saying that, shout out to FAST, because FAST was like real. FAST is the Faith and Action Strengthening Us Together or something like that. It's an organization that advocates for different things in the city. But one of the things that they were asking, we started asking it and they picked it up by God's grace. All that, you know how that goes, story time with Brother John. But they started saying affordable for who? And the definition that they came up with was those who were making 80% of the area median income at the time. Well, what had happened was the area median income at the time was not as high as it is now because people with more income have moved in. And so that same 80% that you're using, that number is higher and it's still now pushing a lot of people out. But that's where a lot of the focus has been, is on building housing at that price. But that price is no longer affordable after 10 years of people migrating to the great state of Florida and the city of St. Pete. Another one of the things that he said that he's doing is after the hurricanes, there's been investments in resilience. That dominated a lot of the speech, was talking about how there's 89 infrastructure projects that have been completed. $600 million is a proposed bond that's going to referendum to make these investments. And so the mayor is basically asking voters to approve a major infrastructure bond. And we want to know, would y'all support that? Would you support? And a bond basically is saying we're going to borrow some money. We need $600 million. And so we're going to put this bond out, have people buy these bonds so that we can get the cash up front to be able to pay for this. And then it's basically like a mortgage, if I can say it that way. It's like you're going to get the money up front to do these investments, and then you pay it back over time. So he wants to put out a bond referendum, and we want to know, would you be willing to pay, $600 million over time to do some of these infrastructure upgrades? That's the proposal that's coming out right now.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
double click. That's a
that's a double click for me. That's definitely a double click for me.
Because he said it's a $600 million proposed bond referendum for sewer and stormwater upgrades, and I'm sure like there's been presentations that have been done to show you like this is all of the stuff that we need. Here's the money that we have, and we don't have enough money right now to do it. So we need to borrow some money, but we need the citizens to approve us borrowing this money to do these upgrades. And when we approve that, know that we got to pay it back. The way that we're going to pay it back is probably going to be with like some higher rates. You know what I mean? It's like you got to start. That's the double click. How are we actually going to pay this money back?
So that's the double. So okay, you asked us if you can borrow the money, right?
Yeah.
Borrow the money.
Go ahead.
But
fix the source, because we say the source bad.
We need to fix them.
Yeah.
But then what happened is, and how I'm hearing it is that it's gonna affect. I'm gonna tell you to borrow the money, but then you're gonna tax me higher,
maybe,
or something like that. Because you gotta get. If you don't have the money now, you got to figure out how to make the money. Yeah. And usually the way that they make the money is the citizens.
Yeah.
And then we don't have so basically you're just saying now I'm going to borrow it from somebody else, but you're going to pay it. I'm just upfront. You're going to let us upfront it, but we're going to figure out how you can pay it. That's what I'm hearing. Go ahead, call it. Introduce yourself.
No, we're not going to figure out how we're going to pay it. We're going to be the Spanish voting for Trump. And then afterwards you say, well, when he's kicking you out of the country, how could you do that? You voted for your own demise. Let's be clear. One shouted to president already slept in front of City Hall because the housing rates were not already affordable. Right?
Yes.
And so this is the game that we're doing. You got to vote this in. See? But this is what we mean by 2 on the 10. In 10 years, you're in a far worse predicament. The affordable housing game is hogwash. MLK marched for this, right? And there was no 10-year period where we achieved affordable housing, right? Mm-hmm. And then they still up the 5 in 2020 and had Charlie Soprano out there still marching with the people about affordability, right? I got sent in Tallahassee about a thing. The initiative was we can't afford Florida. It has not changed. This is hogwash. This is what the black money movement is all about. It's about making each other rich on purpose, not standing here continuously for the next 25 years begging people for help.
Thank you.
We can see each other. I won't be screaming and ranting. I'll be teaching and slowing down so you can really understand what I'm saying, everybody. Our unity provides us the protection that we have set here and watch our elders beg other people to provide for us. This is counterproductive. I love y'all.
I love you. Look, I'm telling you. So again, we got to put it out here so y'all know what the proposal is, and then you understand. It's the double click. So this is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I love that 2 on the 10 analogy that you consistently giving all the time, because they're saying, okay, we're gonna put this on the ballot, and then 2 years you advocate for it, and then 10 years later you don't see the results. Like we got this. We just did a 10-year check-in on the South St. Pete CRA.
Yeah.
And that framing, I think I must look. I'm gonna go ahead and adopt that. As I start doing these presentations on the CRA report, because we did advocate for a community redevelopment area, which would be a dedicated funding source, right? Because again, dang, I feel like I'm getting old and I be having these Cat Williams moments.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first started this public-facing organizing, is what I call it, we had all of these ideas about projects and programs and things that can be done. And then it was coming out of the 2008 crisis. So you remember 2008 when housing stocks and all of that stuff tanked. And so around 2010, 2011, starting to try and recover from that, they had to made a lot of cuts into the government, and they were saying, well, we just don't have money to do all of this stuff that y'all trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so Larry Newsom, shout out to Larry Newsom, he was in the space. Man, I wish Charlie Soprano was here, Mr. Edmond was here, because he can really help.
Ain't he the same person, Charlie Soprano?
No, that's those two different people.
Oh yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah, so I wish Mr. Edmond was here because he can really walk us through this thing. But it's just, long story short, man, we advocated to get a dedicated funding source for our community. And here we are 10 years later, we just did a report on it, self-funded, because the city didn't fund it. Another story for another time, but self-funded initiative and looking at what happened over those 10 years. And you can actually get that report by going to policypartners.org and see it. I'll put a pin in that because we're going to start talking more about this 10-year review and really going line by line to show y'all like what was intended and then what actually happened, to Reno's point, so that we can really understand what we need to be doing as a community going forward. Because if we continue to do the same thing, you heard this before, y'all know this one, you can finish this sentence for me. If you do the same thing over and over, expecting different results, they say that's the definition of insanity. So, and I'll stop there. So yeah, so that's what's happening. Again, we're talking about the state of the city. We mentioned some of the mayor's initiatives. He proposed to do a bond referendum for the sewer upgrades. And that's going to be being presented. And so we want to talk about that coming up. Also, one of the things he talked about in his address was public safety and neighborhood health. He reported the total crime was down 16%. That was another one of them things, remember? And then it was interesting that after they reported that crime was down, I started seeing all these news reports about shootings and all this stuff that was happening. They said it's the lowest homicide total. There were 10 homicides. That's the lowest number since 1967. They talked about the number of Narcan that they distributed, that they put out. 4,000 people have been connected to opioid care. I ain't gonna even say this because it's probably gonna have Reno call in again. I'm gonna say it. 24 community cleanups, removed 50 tons of trash. I know that's a button for Reno. He said the crime numbers are trending down, but we want to know from you all. So even though the numbers are down, are you feeling safer? How you feel? You feel safer than you've ever felt before? Now that you hearing crime is down 16%. How safe do you feel in that context?
We talked about this before. I've never not felt safe in my community.
Okay.
So I'm not the one to ask for real. Like I've never like came in here and be like,
I don't feel safe.
Yeah, no. I've never not felt safe.
Yeah, well, I've seen some conversations about Jordan Park. Amber, if you're listening, tap in, because I know Amber, she's been doing some work in Jordan Park, and she's been saying that it's been some stuff happening over there that they have some safety issues that need to be addressed, and it's not addressing that with police.
Right.
Like that's the other part of it. Like when we talk about public safety, the default setting for the administration usually is, okay, we need more police. Like we're not saying we advocating for more police. We're talking about the conditions that make things unsafe. How do we address these root causes? What systems need to change? What mindsets need to shift in order for, you know what I mean? Not just policies and practices and policing, but like it's some mindset shift that have to happen, some relationships and context, because again, your relationships and your communal context, you didn't feel unsafe.
I did, and I'm not gonna say that I've never been in a overall.
I know what you mean. Like, you don't walk around like, oh my God, I need to watch out for.
Like when I walk out the house, like I don't feel unsafe. Now I done been somewhere and I be like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this situation,
but overall,
not like waking up every day wondering like, are you gonna be okay?
No, I never. And I mean, I might live in La La Land, but like for a long time, like we didn't even kind of lock our door.
Yeah.
So that's what I never had that like unease on a normal basis.
Right,
let me say that.
Right. And so let us know, y'all, knowing that crimes numbers, the data is trending down. Let us know. Put it in the chat. Do you feel safer? What's happening in the chat? Anything?
Yeah, but keep it up. Good. You know what I mean? And figure out how we can even get that number even lower.
Okay.
And what did we do to get it there? And go ahead. What you saying?
No, I seen that. Thank you, UB, for that comment. He said bonds for improvements are better than bonds for baseball. I'm with you on that.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Absolutely right. Yeah. He said JOB, just over broke, is better than just broke. and I knew when we talked about that was going to be definitely a conversation for UB, because UB has been saying for the longest that the city needs to create industry.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to keep, in his words, cannibalizing the citizens in order to pay for this stuff. Like if we had something that the city was doing to generate money, then that money can pay for these bonds and pay back these things that we're saying that we need.
And we got
saying, okay, well, we need more money. Y'all got to give us more and higher rates or higher taxes.
And even if if we're borrowing money, like I want us to borrow it to, like when you go get a business loan.
Mm-hmm.
And you be like, oh, how profitable is gonna be for us?
Yeah.
Like we need
to
we need to do something. Like we got 86 acres prime real estate, and we're not talking about how that's gonna go back into the city.
No, we're not really.
You know what I mean? Like, we're really not talking about, like, what are we going to, regardless of who's coming in to develop it, what portion of it is going to go strictly back to the city itself.
Consistently.
Reno is back.
Yeah. I told you it was a button. King
Reno is back.
It's Freestyle Friday. What's good, my brother?
Am I being called ID?
You are.
We're in the future, man. We're in the future.
But this is what the Black Money Movement is all about, though, y'all. For clarity purposes, it's about making each other rich on purpose. Because to continue to play these games, these people is redunculous, like my homeboy daughter said about 10 years ago. So yeah. So for example, as a young dude doing construction in our city, shout out Tony Fuller. We were the lead men on the asphalt crew, right? The asphalt crew on the interstate. We put all the asphalt up under the guardrails from 62nd Avenue South all the way to 38th Avenue North. Seasonal contract job. The company out of New Orleans, y'all. I couldn't get no pension with this company. I had no ability to retire from this company. It's a bunch of seasonal jobs when you don't use construction companies that's from here.
Right.
And that's what they do to this day. So when you see Buzz got construction jobs, he got a construction job. And 6 months later or 9 months later, he's dead. And they do the same thing to the political people, y'all. We've been getting $80,000 a year jobs to work contracts for 3 months, y'all. This is how they do people when they don't provide opportunity to themselves, y'all. Is to put the 2 on the 10.
Yes, sir.
In 2 years, I promise it to you. 10 years, y'all back stuff looking for the same thing and begging us. But this is what we provide ourselves when we do what, y'all? When we get our stuff together. It ain't about being mad at corn stores, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Our unity is how we provide solutions for each other. Right now, we are separated, and that's how you get what, y'all? Conquered.
Right on. The Black Money Movement, man. In full effect, y'all. And so we talking about the State of the City address, and definitely want y'all to tap in, tune in, get these results and know what's happening, because again, when they come in, they give like, here's the state of the city. Here's how basically the state of the city is an opportunity for you to see how the leadership, being our mayor, thinks things are going in the city. And so it's an opportunity for you to be able to say, okay, I hear what you're saying, and that's how you say that it's going, but here's how I see it. And we want to know, do you see it the same way?
You're right.
Because this is an election year, and you saying, okay, that's how you see it. You think this is good to do. This is the resume. This is the tail of the tape. This is like, this is what I've been doing over the past year. This is what I've done. This is what the contributions that I make. And then you can weigh this and say, okay, is 45 graduates from the Mayor's Future Ready Academy good? $1 million in youth opportunity grants.
That's good.
Libraries engage 18,000 youth. Camp Ignite for girls and firefighters, right? The administration basically is, they're tying youth investment to workforce development. So the question that you would have to ask, are these programs reaching the youth who need them the most? And do you want to continue these investments? Like, that's what we're doing. We're presenting this information for you to be able to look at that and say, here's the results. This is what's being presented. And if you're okay with those results, then you show that by either reelecting, or if you're not okay, then you find somebody who you think can do a better job.
Like I said, I would like to do a double click or a deep dive in it. The programs that you just mentioned sound amazing.
Yeah.
Right. And it sounds good. But you're right. Like, are they reaching the people that really need to get it? Right.
Yeah.
Or where are we doing? And I just want the percentage to make sense for me.
What you just said reminded me of what we talked about on the Would You Rather. We got to know what questions that we need to be asking. And so when you see these presentations and you hear this data being put out, like, we need to know what questions we need to be asking as a community, because again, it's a lot of people about to be coming to your church. They're going to be knocking on your door. They're going to be sitting here at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. They're going to be going around trying to get your vote. And if we're not clear on what it is that we want from these people, or what it is that they've done in our name as our representatives, then we're going to be making these same mistakes. So we know that, of course, when we talk about Black power, there's 10 forms of manifestations of power. Yeah. So economic power is absolutely one of those forms, right? And that's what the Black Money Movement is doing, is really holding and advocating in that space of the economic power. But then there's electoral and political power. That's another one of the spectrums. And so when we talk about power, sometimes we focus on like, okay, it's all or nothing, or it's one of these. Like what we're doing here, the ability to control narratives and communicate with our people. People who can talk to other people is a form of power. And they know the power of our media. That's why they killed Radio 1. That's why they stopped, that's why they sold all of our stations and bought out our stations, because they understand the power of communication. If you look at the billionaires, I'm on a rant now, but if you look at the billionaires in this country, look at the platforms that they own. Like all of these billionaires, one of the things that they have in common is they got Twitter, they got Facebook, they have Snapchat. Like they have these platforms that allow them to control information and it flow. That is another one of the manifestations of power. I just named 3. It's 7 other ones. And so when we talk about Black power, we really need to have some conversations about how we show up in all of these spaces in order to move our agenda forward. I'm done.
Brain just said unity is built when everyone feels heard, understood, and respected enough to move forward together.
Oh, I love that.
Me too.
Brain is a genius. Brain is a genius. Right? What'd you say, Reek? None of that is different to our kids in the transition zone. I hear that. Yeah, these transformation zones. I want to give a shout out to King Reek too, man, because I saw a video from one of these school board, these school meetings. Yeah. And I was so happy to see you there, Reek. You just don't know how proud I was to see it, because I know how much you care and how invested you are in your children's education and really our children's education. And we need more brothers like you to be in them spaces, man. And so when I saw that picture with you there, I was like, boy, thank God.
Because I love to see Black fathers.
Because I know that whatever he said in that meeting, it was going to be right about what we're dealing with for real. Because a lot of times we don't be in those spaces, and the people who are speaking for us are not really speaking for us, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Right. Yeah, so I knew that. So thank you, Rico. Appreciate what you're doing. I know we don't see it, you don't post it and all of that kind of stuff, but I see you, my brother.
No,
and I really appreciate what you're doing, man.
You see him on live talking about, but top priority is his children.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. You say we also need to know the impact of our choices.
That's right.
Now Dave have responded to Charlie Funk.
Okay.
No, bro, I have your music. You can email them your music. That's a great idea. Okay. So there we go. We have connected.
So we making connections in the chat. We getting some real
making
time,
some fire.
Some real time feedback. We got definitions. We got understanding of what unity is. Shout out to Brain and Mama Blue. Good morning. Thank you for what you're doing. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams, 99.1 FM. And we want to let y'all know, man, that you can actually support this program. You can support the broadcast. You can send stars. You can make contributions. And also, like we said it before, we're going to say it again. And y'all can take us up on it if you want to. But candidates, if you're running for office, like this is your year, right? If you're running for office in 2026 and you're looking for a real way to connect with the people, 99 Jams the Berg has a space for you. You can underwrite a show, build your audience, and share your message. Our listeners tune in because they trust the voices on this station, the culture, the conversation, and the connection. Underwriting a show is one of the most effective ways to introduce yourself, highlight your platform, and stay in front of the people you want to serve. Your message stays local, your support strengthens Black media, and your campaign gets consistent visibility. So if you want to reach the heart of St. Pete, this is where you do it. For underwriting information, rates, and to lock in your spot, send us a message or contact us at www.99jamsthebird. And we saw Wednesday, if those who missed it, candidate for Mayor Maria Scruggs was in the building.
Yeah.
We want y'all to know that invitation that we just made applies to anybody who wants to come. You just got to follow the process. She followed the process. And so she was here and she was sharing her platform and gave a lot of insight into why she's doing what she's doing, her motivation, and some of her platform. And so, again, we want to let y'all know that this space is available for y'all as well. I do have, I think, Ask Qiana in the time that we got.
Okay, because we got 9 minutes.
We got 9 minutes. Let me find this Ask Qiana. And Ask Qiana is a segment, again, brought to you by One Community Grocery Co-op, OCGC.coop. Dear Qiana.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I was always forced to go to church. So when I turned 18, I stopped going and stopped reading the Bible. I was raised Christian, but once I became an adult, I kind of walked away from it. I still prayed sometimes, but I had lived such a rough life that I started questioning everything. I would ask myself, why would God allow someone to endure so much pain? Over time, I feel like I lost my faith. Now I'm in my early 30s and I really want a better relationship with God. I just don't know where to start. I carry a lot of anger and pain and I want to let it go. I want to experience more self-love, peace, and real happiness. I want to let God back in, but I don't know how to open that door again. What advice would you give someone trying to rebuild their relationship with God and begin healing? Wow.
Woo, that's a big one. That is.
Wow.
Whoa. I mean, the first step is this letter, right?
Yeah.
And you know what you didn't like about when you went. So now that's one thing that you can take with you. And then you can start exploring. Right. And see where you fit in at, because I don't believe religion is one, like everybody putting this one thing. No, I don't believe in that. I think we all have different paths and we're trying to get to the same place. And like, I might like to fly, but flying scares somebody else. So they're going to get on the bus. Yeah. And the bus may be too long for me, but they love the sightseeing. So you have to figure out what fits for you and find your community and your tribe that actually speaks to your soul so that you can get what you need. And that may not be the traditional church. You really have to explore and see, and then start to pray. Yeah. Start to meditate and start to create the life that you want. And then God gives us tools. Yeah. And you agree or disagree, therapy is another way, because if you have this trauma that you have, and figure out what is that one thing that traumatized you so bad that make you not step back in it. And once you figure out what that is, then you can learn how to fix it. Yes. Yeah. And I don't have all the answers when it comes to, this right here. But
that's good though.
I would say just start visiting and just sitting in the back and see how people treat you when you walk into the church. If you feel like that ain't it, and you don't have to you might end up being a Muslim. Yeah. You don't have to sit up there. You don't have to put yourself in this box because this is your life. But if you're searching for God, figure out where God fit in your life, because he's good to me.
All the time.
All the time. And when you think about this, because again, and this is why I say write down those 5 things every day, right? You talk about how you felt like you struggled, but you're able to write that letter so your struggles did not end you. And you forget that. Like, you think about the bad that happened, but if you flip it, there was always something good that happened with it. But your perception is your reality. And I can only talk how, on my experiences, like when I say I lost my son, I was angry. Yeah. But then then when I looked at how good God was, the things that I asked him for, he gave me in my son in the time that he was here. And when I looked at that, I was grateful for that. I didn't ask for longevity. Yeah. But what I asked for, he gave me, but I had to see it. I had to get out of my own way and see what God still blessed me with. But if you harp on the things that you didn't got, you can't appreciate the things that you do.
That's right. Wow. Yeah, that's a big question. And again, it's really an individual thing, right? I like Yubi said, just start and take it one day at a time. For me, I think it's I'm trying to just remember my journey, because all I can do is kind of talk about my experience. Right. You know what I mean? And what I did, I just started getting back into the word, you know what I mean? And reading the Bible, and then being mindful of my prayers. And when I say being mindful of your prayers, like you asking God for things, but then you have the ability to get a lot of the stuff that you're asking for. You know what I mean? Like how they say faith without works and all of that stuff. Like there's the one thing that I would say is trust yourself, right? And trust yourself enough to know that, what you think you should be doing, start doing it. Like we call it something, right? Like something told me I should do this. Like follow that something when you know that it's right, and don't buck it, because sometimes you talk yourself out of doing what you know you should be doing with these justifications about, oh man, I know I should, but I'm not going to do it because blah, 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 whatever reason or excuse you make for yourself. And you talk yourself out of doing what you know you should be doing.
And God gives you, like he answered your prayers.
Yeah.
It sometimes just don't come in the form that you think it should be. And you have to do the work. People don't like to do the work. They procrastinate. You know, when you get an extra 30 minutes of sleep, when you already said you're going to wake up at 6 o'clock and you got to be committed to whatever it is. And then when you get that box, you got to be ready to put it together.
Yeah.
You can't just think that it's going to roll in there and you ain't got to do no work with it. And a lot of times we don't want to do the work.
You want it already assembled and already together.
and a lot of times it don't come like that.
Absolutely. So so I would say that when you say you trying to what advice would you give somebody trying to rebuild their relationship with God? Rebuild your relationship with yourself. And because the knowledge of self is the knowledge of God, and the knowledge of God is the knowledge of self. I went out looking for God and I end up finding myself.
And that's how it be.
You know what I'm saying? and so just trust yourself. You know what you need to be doing. Like, it's just, you got to do it. You got to trust that you know, and don't talk yourself out of it. You got gut feelings, you got instincts, you got, you grew up in the church. And so you have a background. You got to, like, well, I say what you said, Q, is like addressing the trauma. When you start talking about healing, like, know that there's processes and things that you can do to be able to move the pain from those experiences, but still have the lesson. You know what I mean? Because that's that whole forgive but not forget type deal. Yeah. Like, the forgiveness is you're gonna let go of the pain. I'm gonna give away the pain, but I'm not gonna forget the lesson in it, because the lesson is what's gonna make you stronger. That's the character lesson builder. That's the thing that you take with you. You know what I'm saying?
The lesson is the blessing.
The lesson is the blessing.
The lesson is the blessing. And you learn your triggers.
Yeah.
So when it happens, you know how to handle it. Because if you don't know what it is and you get triggered, you're not recognizing that you're going from 0 to 100. Now we're done, because it's like 30 seconds before Sister Hughes come on.
There's two parts to this. So I'll end with this. You said, know thyself. That's the first part. And then the second part of that is to thy own self be true. So you're right. Sister Hughes is up next. Make you lose your shoes.
Shout out
all around the
room, all the house.
It's a lot of stuff going all around. A lot of stuff this weekend that you can get into. A lot of stuff happening coming up. So y'all stay plugged in. And again, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate everybody for all the things that you do. And we'll see y'all on Motivational Monday.
Yeah.
This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And we out.
Bing bing.